So today I did put on makeup, but I messed up my eyebrows, so Holly was very impressed. Actually, I've only done makeup from that upwards. I didn't bother with that downwards because I did it before I worked out. But Holly's very impressed with my eyebrows. Billy said I look like one of those things, those glasses that come with the fake eyebrows, the big black Groucho Marx eyebrows. I did them in the wrong colour, but I couldn't be asked to redo them in the right colour and slightly thinner. Anyway, the eyes look quite nice, I thought. Very subtle for me, or for anybody actually. But anyway, I'm doing my hair with my straightener, my NuMe. I still haven't tried the curling wand, but I'm going to do my hair. So I have a mirror. I actually quite like my hair when it's kind of just been washed, but then by the second day, because I'd only wash my hair every 3 days, by the second day it looks like crap, so it's better if I straighten it. So what I do normally is I split it into sections, but not like traditionally people split it into sections. I split it into 2 sections, which are, there we go, 2 sections, and that's it. And then I do my hair, and I use something called a clip. That's it, 1 clip. 2 sections, 1 clip. That sounds like the name of something rude, but that's not really. Anyway, so what I do is I divide it into 2 sections, and then I just do it. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not, as far as my hair is concerned, I'm not a perfectionist. I just want it to look straight-ish. And this thing is so good. I've set it to 360. Normally I set it for 360. Well, normally what I do is when I wash my hair, I do my fringe, because otherwise it dries really weird. But because of the fact that my hair is parted on this side, it weighs down this side, so my fringe always looks longer on this side than it is on my right side. So it looks longer on this side, but it's actually the same length. It is. Anyway, that bit is done. So I'll just one more time, and I'm putting it on top of kind of damp hair, and I just clip it up like this, and then I do the next bit, which, as you can see, I'm very no, I'm not at all fussy about how it's done. So that's the next bit. So I got an email yesterday from eBates. I joined eBates back in probably May or June, and we buy a lot of like stuff monthly from Subscribe and Save from Amazon, or Amazon as it's pronounced here, and you're supposed to get like 8%, I think it is, from Amazon. And I got a message that my monthly eBates thing for this month, I think it's for this month, I don't know, I never really check it, was $5 and change. And I thought, wait a minute, I just spent $60 on a game for Billy for his birthday. I'm about to spend $75 on a PlayStation card thing, money thingy, because his birthday's tomorrow. How come that I only got like $5, considering I also get monthly a whole bunch of stuff? I don't understand. I think eBates is a con. I mean, some months I've spent not just on the monthly things on Amazon, but I also get nail varnishes, I get like knickers, underwear, and I just bought the boys, Billy and his dad, 6 pairs of sports sort of briefs, underwear type things, and I'm wondering to myself, how come I only got a $5 rebate or whatever? I think it's a con. I'm sorry. If somebody can explain it to me in the comments, hold on, I'm just turning this up a little. If somebody can explain to me in the comments how eBates works, feel free to, because I feel like I'm being conned. I don't think that I'm making any money off eBates, and I tell you what, 1 month I spent money at Sephora, which is another place, but that's more than 8%, which Amazon only does 8. and another company, I can't remember who it was. And I'm just feeling like I'm being duped by eBates. I feel like, I mean, I filled out all this stuff. At the beginning, when I felt like I was being duped by them, I kept thinking, well, you know what? I'm going to send them like receipts of everything that I was buying, and it's supposed to take a week. Well, it's been months! Where's my eBates? Not seeing any friggin' eBates. Proof of eBaitage. So, oh look, this is how I brush my hair. This is how I brush my hair. I never brush my hair, to be honest. This is how I brush it. When I wash my hair, I haven't brushed it before I wash it. All I do is wash it, and then when I'm conditioning it, I detangle it with my fingers, and that's how I tangle my hair. I mean, considering how long my hair is, you'd think that it would take longer to, or it would, you know, take effort to detangle it, since I only really comb it once every 3 days when I'm washing it. So yeah, it's pretty good that I only have to do this to it and it's detangled. Ooh, look at that! I'm detangling it. Ooh, it's so hard to detangle it. Anyway, what did I spray in it? HSI or HCI? Something. Which is a thermal protectant spray, which I've mentioned before on this channel. And that's how I protect my hair from the heat. And that's pretty much all I do. I put the John Frieda Frizzy's serum, or whatever it's called, after I wash my hair. That's also what I do to detangle it. And then I just go ahead and wait for it to dry. Well, it's kind of dry. And then I go ahead and do the spray and kind of wait for it to dry a little bit. It's kind of not that dry because I only just sprayed it, but I just want to do it because it's kind of late. It's about 8. I still have to slice the loaf of bread that's not quite finished cooking yet for tomorrow for the school sandwiches. Anyway, so this is what I do basically, just to my hair. And it's really boring, so I don't think anybody wants to watch it all. But, oh, let me do an update on our weight loss this week. Holly lost 4 pounds. She did really well. She only wanted to lose something like 6 or 7 pounds this summer, and she hasn't really been trying all that hard recently. So, and then Wade lost 2, which he was really disappointed with because he's just started weight loss thing. And he wanted to, whenever he's lost weight before, he's lost like 6 or 7 pounds the first week, but he's not really, as far as I can tell, I mean, he says he has, but he's not really made a huge change in his diet. I mean, he's not eating potatoes with the kids, and he says he's not eating desserts, but I see it, like those fat-free yogurt things with fruit in them. And he also said he's making a change with his breakfasts, but as far as I can tell, the lunches are about the same because he never used to eat big lunches anyway. But I think, you know, losing 2 pounds is good. You know, if you lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, it's supposedly the best way of losing it. I lost 2 pounds as well, so I'm closer to my goal than I was. And I was saying to Wade today and the guys that I hope to be like at my goal whenever we move back to England, or slightly under my goal, so I can have apple pie, because I haven't had apple pie. And Billy said, but isn't America the land of apple pie and all that, the home of the apple pie? And I said, yeah, but the thing that I found the one time I've tried apple pie here is that it's got such a huge crust, and I'm really not a pastry person. I don't like pies or crusty things, so I didn't ever like the apple pie here. Oh, and plus the apples are in the apple pies are really like big, huge chunks, and I'm not really into that. There's this stuff that's like a flaky pastry type thing that my mum used to buy when I was growing up, and we used to have it with cream, with single cream. and pardon me, and it was good. It was lovely. It's like a flaky pastry and thinly sliced apples. We had roast chicken for dinner. And obviously I just finished eating. Not hair. Yeah. But yeah, it was flaky pastry, very thinly sliced apples, and it was, I don't know what it was called. And my grandmother, that was beautiful, with cream. And my grandmother used to make a tarta de manzana, which is basically an apple tart. And I've looked on YouTube for recipes, and I've seen quite a few, but I don't know if any of them are what she used to make. But I'd like to try one. I just, not at the moment. God, I'm starting to look like Donald Trump with a massive comb over. Look at that. Oh, I'm a twat. My name's Donald Trump. Oh. Oopsies. I didn't say that. You like my nails? Today, on this colour, I used... I don't know if I've done a video since, but I used this colour, which is the Insta-Dry Sally Hansen Pumped Up Pink. There. And because one of my nails, this one, right at the top where the nail is, the bitty that sticks out, that had come off, and I just thought, since I just done my nails on, oh, it doesn't look like it's going to stay very long. Since I just done my nails on Thursday and it's Sunday, I thought, no, I want it to last a week. So what I did was put the base coats on the end, and then a couple of coats of this one, and then I put this one, which is the Zoya Harper, over it, and then I put my reliable Insta-Dry Clear, the quick dry clear thing, but it looks to me like that one's going to peel off, so I might put another coat of Zoya and another coat of Insta-Dry Clear on top after I'm done with this and the sandwiches and blah 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 and this and that and the other. Anyway, when we go to England, I've decided that I want to get a dachshund, because I watched Jim somebody. Jim, he's a big YouTuber from England, and he and his wife, Tanya, they just got married. They have a little dog called Martha. I think that's the cutest dog I've ever seen in my life. She's a dachshund, and she is adorable, and he takes her everywhere, and she's just freaking fantastic. I used to have a cat, and her name was Bowie, and she had one green eye, one blue eye. That's why her name was Bowie. And I used to take her to work with me when I worked with my dad, and she used to sit on my desk. But anyway, Jim takes what's his last name? Whatever his last name is. He takes his dog everywhere with him because he works for YouTube. Basically, he's a YouTuber, and that's his full-time job. So he can take his dog wherever he wants. Look, I've almost finished half of my hair. It's only been 13 minutes. See, towards the bottom, I do of my hair, not my bottom as in my bum. My hair actually goes past my bottom. But towards the bottom, I do it slightly thicker bits. And then I kind of do the root area a little bit more like that. Because it doesn't matter, because there's all the other hair on top of it. God, I'm looking more and more like Donald freaking Trump! Only my hair's actual hair and not a freaking wig over a bald pate. You know what pate means? A bald head! Ooh! We were having a conversation after dinner about hanged or hung, because Castaway was on downstairs, and what's his face was rescuing Twine from the effigy that he had at the top of this mountain. I didn't watch it from the beginning, and I've only ever watched it once, so I don't really know what the significance of that was. But anyway, he had this thing, and so they were saying, oh, he's taking Twine from the dummy that he's got, that he hung. And Billy's like, is it hung or hang? And so we went into this stupid discussion about if it's hung or if it's hang or hanged. And in England, it's actually hanged. When somebody is hanged by the neck until they're dead, it's hanged, as opposed to being hung like a horse. Yes, my children are adults, so I have conversations with them that are slightly adulty. All right, so that's one half. Well, not one half, because that's over half of my hair. Oh, good God. Anyway, so that's one bit. And so then what I do is these bits here that I've cut shorter around my face to frame my face, because they're a little bit damp from the other side, I just go over them a little bit like this, and that's about it. And so, oh God, you could see that awful eyebrow. And so then I start on to the side, and so I start on this side. Let's see if I can actually do this. Oh God, that's too big a piece. Actually, it's a huge piece. And see if I can get this done in a reasonable amount of time. I might just frickin' do the fast forwardy edit thingy, so you don't have to watch this. I think there's a way of doing it. I've got to check, because there's a video that Holly and I did with all my nail varnishes that I still haven't put up. Oops. That we did last week. And I want to edit some of it out because it was a really long video. See, now I'm starting from this side, and I go back with this thing. And go, oh, I actually do. I didn't divide this. Normally I divide it not equally, so that the second half is much less hair, but I did it a little bit more evenly this time. I don't know why. Anyway, see, it's very easy to comb through because it's got that stuff in it and the anti-heaty thing. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do what I normally do at the end. I flip my head over, not just my head, I flip over a little bit, and then I do from the top. But since I'm only wearing a top half of my outfit, you know how they used to do, I don't know if you know this, but in England they used to do like this thing where they said that newscasters actually, they're sitting there with half an outfit on, like they're reading the news with just a shirt, you know, a proper button down, whatever, button up, whatever, the shirt's proper shirt with cuffs and stuff and collars, and ties and all that kind of stuff. Ow! I was going to say shit, but I didn't, but then I did anyway. There. So basically they used to say that that's what newscasters wore for doing their news readings. That's basically what I've done. That's basically what I always do. Sometimes I wear a pair of shorts, but sometimes I don't. And today, when I'm actually supposed to stand up and do the top of my hair, I'm not, so I won't do the top of my hair and show you how I do it. I think I need to turn this up just a tad. No, up. Ooh, it goes from 70 to 90. 370 to 390. Anyway, because I'm doing them slightly wider strips here, it's taking a little bit more heat. Normally I would do slightly smaller strips. Oh, look, I'm not going to have that much to do because I'm doing them quite thick. Well, this one's not a wide strip, but I'm kind of getting fed up with doing this. And watch out when you're around your ears that you don't burn your ears. NuMe has, if you have an Instagram account, which I do, oops, and you follow NuMe, they have codes quite often. Ow! I shouldn't have turned it up! Okay, maybe I'll turn it down. But they have codes. I'm turning it down. Okay, I'm going back to 360 now. Oops, I've switched it off. Okay, I'm on 360. They have codes, and like the curlers, the whatever they're called, the curly thingies, the wands. Usually they're like $100 and something, $150, whatever. But often on the weekends they have them on sale. I bought my one for I think 30, and Holly's, I think it was 40 for Holly's, even though mine was better than hers. Oh, I just clipped the side of my freaking ear. Ow. That could have been worse because it just got there with the framey part of the NuMe. But anyway, yes, that's the point. NuMe has codes. So follow NuMe on your Instagram account. If you don't have one, create one. Instagram's really cool. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. I don't post much on there, but I do follow NuMe, so I can see when they put something cool up with their offer code. Oh my gosh, look at me. I've become reverse Donald Trump. Still a twat, but it was reversed. Oh my God, stop saying that. Oh, look, now I've actually got a tangle here. And so what I do is that I carefully detangle it, carefully, so that I don't tear my hair. Because you don't want to tear the shaft of your hair, because then that's when you start to get split ends. And considering how often I cut my hair, not often at all, you don't want to give yourself split ends. Anyway, so what was I saying before? Oh, about our weight loss. So, oh gosh, it's getting a really long video. So yeah, I lost 2, Holly lost 4, Wade lost 2, and that was the end of week. Well, for Wade and I, that was the end of week 1. So that's not bad, really, is it? I'm hoping to have lost my 6 pounds in, I don't know, a month, maybe. Even if it takes longer than a month, I don't care, as long as it's going off rather than on. And we're not like big Thanksgivingers that eat like a whole bunch of food. So I mean, we'll do the turkey stuff. Wade likes to make those orange things. What are they called? Sweet potatoes. But he puts marshmallows on, and I have to say that I don't really like sweet potatoes. He puts so much honey and stuff in them, so I don't really like them. But what I do like about them is the marshmallows he puts on top, because then he sticks that bit, the whole thing with the marshmallows, at that point he sticks them in the oven. So I peel all the marshmallows off the top and eat that. That's the best bit. Okay, this is the last strip, and then I'm done. So it took like 22 minutes to do my whole hair. There, done. Right, so now I release it, release the hair, and it's straight. See? Doesn't it look straight? Looks straight to me. Okay, and then we go like this and flatten the bits that have just looked ridiculous because we put wetness on it. No, we didn't put wetness on it, we put something, I don't know. Anyway, so that's it, that's my hair. And then what I normally do a little bit at the top, I just go like this, turn it a little bit, do it like that, and we're done. So what do you think? NuMe is so freaking cool. And then I do this bit. I mean, sometimes I turn it out a little. And then normally what I'll do now is go and turn my head like this and start doing the top like that. But I'm not going to do that right now. And that's it. What do you think? Cool? Good? Okay, so that's it. If you have any questions, see, I wasn't lying. Whoopsies. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the question section. I'm going to do my nails now. Please thumbs up the video if you liked it. Subscribe. Do whatever. Share it. Whatever. Oh, gosh. This is all my hair. This is not extensions. This is not freaking hair pieces. This is just my hair. All right. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.